Port Charles is no stranger to surprises, but the latest developments have left residents questioning everything they thought they knew. As secrets begin surfacing and loyalties are tested, several familiar faces find themselves caught in situations that could change the course of their futures. At the center of the growing drama is Josslyn, who suddenly finds herself facing unexpected pressure from multiple directions. For weeks, she has been trying to focus on moving forward and avoiding unnecessary conflict. However, events unfolding around her make that increasingly difficult. What starts as an ordinary day quickly turns into something much more complicated when Pascal requests a private conversation. At first, Josslyn assumes the meeting concerns a routine matter. She expects a simple discussion, perhaps involving recent events that have already become the subject of speculation throughout Port Charles. Instead, she quickly realizes that Pascal has something far more significant on his mind. The atmosphere becomes tense almost immediately. Pascal's words are measured and careful, but the message is impossible to misunderstand. He believes certain situations are moving in a dangerous direction. He believes people are making decisions without fully understanding the consequences. And he believes Josslyn may be closer to the center of the situation than she realizes. Naturally, Josslyn refuses to be intimidated. She has faced challenges before and knows how quickly rumors can spread throughout Port Charles. Still, something about Pascal's concerns catches her attention. There is a seriousness in his tone that she cannot ignore. The conversation leaves her unsettled. Although Pascal does not provide every detail, he makes clear that significant changes may be approaching. Certain individuals are making moves behind the scenes, alliances are shifting, information is being exchanged quietly among people with competing interests. For Josslyn, the uncertainty becomes frustrating. She wants answers, she wants facts. Most importantly, she wants to understand why so many people suddenly seem interested in events connected to her life. As she begins searching for clarity, another story is unfolding elsewhere in Port Charles. Nina and Willow continue struggling to repair a relationship that has endured countless challenges. Although both women have made efforts to move forward, unresolved issues remain beneath the surface. Trust is difficult to rebuild. Old wounds take time to heal, and recent developments have only complicated matters further. Both women find themselves dealing with outside pressures while attempting to protect the progress they have made. Unfortunately, the situation becomes more difficult when unexpected information begins circulating among several residents. Questions emerge, speculation increases, people begin drawing conclusions before knowing the full story. The resulting confusion threatens to create even more distance between family members who are already working hard to find common ground. That is when Brennan gets involved. Unlike many others, Brennan approaches the situation with patience and perspective. Rather than reacting emotionally, he focuses on understanding the larger picture. He recognizes that misunderstandings have fueled much of the recent tension. He also understands that assumptions can be just as damaging as secrets. Determined to prevent additional conflict, Brennan begins helping Nina and Willow navigate the increasingly complicated circumstances surrounding them. His support arrives at a crucial moment. Several conversations that might have ended in disagreement instead become opportunities for understanding. Several misunderstandings that could have escalated are addressed before causing permanent damage. Although challenges remain, Brennan's involvement provides a stabilizing influence during a period of uncertainty. Meanwhile, attention throughout Port Charles begins shifting towards Sidwell. For months, Sidwell has remained connected to numerous developments that have shaped recent events. His presence has influenced decisions, relationships, and alliances in ways both obvious and subtle. Now, however, people are beginning to notice something unusual. Sidwell appears distracted. His priorities seem to be changing. The confidence that once defined his approach has been replaced by careful observation. Naturally, these changes spark curiosity. What is Sidwell planning? Why does it seem like he's preparing for something significant? And most importantly, what might happen if he decides to leave certain matters behind? As speculation grows, several residents begin investigating the situation independently. Some believe Sidwell possesses information capable of altering multiple storylines. Others suspect he may be preparing to reveal something that has remained hidden for too long. Whatever the truth may be, anticipation spreads rapidly throughout Port Charles. People sense that a turning point is approaching. Back at the center of the drama, Josslyn continues piecing together fragments of information from various sources. Every conversation seems to reveal another clue. Every clue raises additional questions. The deeper she digs, the more she realizes that recent events may be connected in ways nobody initially recognized. Patterns begin emerging. Relationships between seemingly unrelated situations become visible. Suddenly, what once appeared to be separate issues start looking like pieces of a much larger puzzle. The realization leaves Josslyn determined to uncover the truth. However, her search for answers is not without obstacles. Some people encourage her to stop asking questions. Others suggest that certain matters would be better left alone. A few individuals even warn that pursuing the truth could create consequences nobody is prepared to handle. Still, Josslyn refuses to walk away. She believes clarity is worth pursuing, regardless of how complicated the situation becomes.
As her investigation continues, Nina and Willow face challenges of their own. External pressures continue mounting. Public opinions continue shifting. Every new rumor seems capable of creating additional tension. Yet, despite these difficulties, both women recognize that they share common goals. They want stability, they want understanding, and they want the opportunity to move forward without constantly reliving the conflicts of the past. Brennan encourages them to focus on those priorities. His advice proves valuable. Rather than allowing outside voices to dictate their decisions, Nina and Willow begin concentrating on what truly matters. The change does not solve every problem overnight, but it creates a foundation for progress. Elsewhere, whispers regarding Sidwell become louder than ever. Several individuals claim to possess information about his next move. Others insist major developments are imminent. No one knows exactly what will happen, yet nearly everyone agrees that change is coming. The uncertainty affects the entire community. Business owners discuss it, families debate it, friends exchange theories. Port Charles becomes consumed by anticipation. Then another surprising development emerges. A previously overlooked detail suddenly gains new significance. What seemed insignificant only days earlier now appears directly connected to several ongoing mysteries. The discovery prompts renewed interest from multiple parties. Josslyn takes notice immediately. So do Nina, Willow, Brennan, and several others. Everyone realizes that understanding this new piece of information could be essential to understanding the larger story. The pressure intensifies, emotions rise, expectations grow. Port Charles finds itself moving closer to a moment that could reshape several lives. As events continue unfolding, loyalties are tested in unexpected ways. Some friendships grow stronger, others become strained. Certain alliances prove reliable, others reveal hidden weaknesses. The changing dynamics remind everyone that trust remains one of the most valuable and fragile commodities in Port Charles. Eventually, key players find themselves gathered together as discussions reach a critical point. Questions that have lingered for weeks demand answers. Rumors face scrutiny. Assumptions are challenged. Long-standing uncertainties finally begin moving toward resolution. Josslyn arrives determined to uncover the truth. Nina and Willow arrive committed to protecting the progress they have fought so hard to achieve. Brennan arrives prepared to offer guidance whenever necessary. And all eyes remain fixed on the lingering mystery surrounding Sidwell. Although not every answer becomes immediately available, one fact becomes impossible to ignore. The future of several important relationships may depend on decisions made in the coming days. Port Charles stands on the edge of significant change. The choices ahead will influence friendships, families, and futures. Some individuals will find the clarity they have been seeking. Others may discover that the truth is far more complicated than expected. One thing is certain: the story is far from over. New revelations are still waiting to emerge. Unexpected alliances are still forming, and the next chapter promises even more surprises for everyone involved. As Port Charles braces for what comes next, residents can only wonder which secrets will surface, which relationships will survive, and which unexpected twists remain hidden just around the corner. If you enjoyed this General Hospital spoiler discussion, be sure to like the video, leave your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more updates, predictions, and Port Charles news.